First, the State Department is about to release the latest batch of Hillary Clinton's emails. With each of these releases, the public has been growing more skeptical of Hillary. Just a couple of weeks ago, she was trying to shrug all this off, aggressively dismissing this server problem to reporters, including our own Ed Henry, while wearing what some suggested was a poorly chosen outfit bearing too strong a resemblance to an orange prison suit. Remember this?
You were the official in charge. Did you wipe the server?
Well, maybe that's law or something.
I don't know. You know how it works digitally. Did you try to wipe the whole server?
I don't know how it works digitally at all.
But now, with poll numbers slipping, she is singing a different tune and wearing some different clothes. Check out this more appropriate, rather angelic pantsuit, also her more apologetic tone.
It clearly wasn't the best choice. I should have used two emails, one personal, one for work, and I take responsibility for that decision.
Okay, so what will we learn today when these emails come out? How much will it hurt her already shaky credibility? Joining us right now, Adam Goodman, a Republican strategist, and Leslie Marshall, nationally syndicated radio talk show host, along with our own Blake Berman in D.C. And Blake, walk us through the process of this whole email release. In other words, the State Department, they had been vetting all of these considerably before putting them out.
Yeah, this is the next step in the process that has gone on the last couple months, Trish, and will continue to go on for the next few months. The State Department official tells Fox the fresh batch of Hillary Clinton's emails will total today around some 6,000 pages or so. That would be the largest amount for the now regularly scheduled end-of-the-month document dispatch. The State Department official also says about 30 of those emails will be redacted because they contain classified information. To date, roughly 60 released emails have been redacted due to the classified information they now contain. As I'm sure you remember, Hillary Clinton said in March classified material was not on her private server. Now she says she never sent nor received email that was marked classified at the time. Well, over the weekend, several Republican presidential hopefuls continued to take aim. Take a listen.
It just seems to be one scandal after another. She's literally one email away from going to jail.
I said I think there's sufficient grounds there for her to be investigated, and if what she did is true, that she should be prosecuted.
Now, this appears to be taking a toll on the Democratic frontrunner. A new poll out from Iowa shows Clinton's lead is down to just over 7 points on Bernie Sanders. 3 months ago, Trish, to put this all in perspective, that same poll had Clinton leading in that state by 41. Fast forward a few months, it's down to 7. Trish.
Blake, thank you so much. I think the reality in all of this is you want to trust your leaders. I want to get back to Adam and Leslie. And Adam, she's got a credibility problem. People do not trust her, not just because of things that have happened in the past, but of course because of this situation unfolding right now. Again, we are about to get these emails released from the State Department. How much of a hit is she going to take?
It's a big hit because in politics, what you try to do is when a story is going badly, you try to change the story, change the narrative. The problem for Hillary is we're looking at monthly releases of emails. I mean, month after month after month, she's going to have to confront what's probably going to be some very unsettling and maybe inexplicable emails having to do with national security. And so she's kind of in a fix. And the best thing that could happen, Trish, the best thing, it sounds counterintuitive, is for Hillary Clinton to be challenged by Joe Biden in the Democratic primary, so maybe, just maybe, she can get off of this for a day or two. But 3 months after trying to deny there was ever a problem, she's tried for months to deny there's ever a problem, Trish. Obviously, the problem's growing.
Yeah, Leslie, what amazes me is how she changes the story. I mean, as you heard Blake explain, back in March, she said, look, I didn't have any classified stuff on my server. And now she's telling us all, I didn't send nor did I receive any classified stuff. So which is it?
I think it's the same thing. I think she's clarifying that she's not lying. Although I will say this isn't just about the emails, and I've said all along, this is about the way she is handled and is responding to the emails. I don't think most Americans are going to sit and read over 6,000 documents. How many of us like to read all the pages of our tax returns?
I am going to stop you there, Leslie. We're getting some breaking news out of the State Department, everyone. Blake Berman joining us with more. Blake?
Trish, as I was talking to you, the numbers quite literally changed. Here's what I can tell you. The State Department now says that there will be some 7,000 pages of emails. Remember, I said it was going to be 6,000. Now they're saying it's going to be more than that, 7,000. And of those, 150 will contain classified redactions. Before I said it was going to be about 30. So now they are upping the amount of emails, upping the amount that will be, we are told, redacted. And now we are hearing that the timing of this will be pushed back a few hours as well, which all plays in probably to now more emails, 7,000 of which, 7,000 pages, I should say, to be released tonight.
So again, we're just learning that 150 of her emails that are about to be released, they contained classified information. Leslie, I know you like her. I know you want to defend her. But how do you defend this? 150 emails, all containing classified information that were found on her server by the State Department.
These are not. How do I defend it? They were not marked top secret or classified at the time.
At the time.
The emails after the fact are being marked as classified. And I think at the end of the, seriously, if Hillary were to drop out of the race tomorrow, we would never hear again about her email server. We wouldn't hear the word server.
Oh, I think
and how
you
come
would.
we don't talk
I
about
think
people?
you would.
Unless you're running for president, it doesn't matter.
See, here's the problem.
Ambassador Kennedy said in Japan that she uses her personal email.
This woman was the Secretary of State. She's corresponding on her own server information. I don't care if it was sensitive at the time or if it's going to be sensitive in the future. It's sensitive information, Adam.
Oh, absolutely. Leslie was on the right track, I thought, with her first answer, which was about how she's handling this. She's handling this badly. She's really handling this badly. Americans right now are looking for a real and genuine. And they're not getting that from Hillary. And unless she gets on that wavelength and gets on it soon, I think Bernie Sanders will continue to make moves on her, not just in Iowa, but maybe elsewhere across the country. And her candidacy is going to be in trouble.
Okay, speaking of genuine, everyone, real and genuine, Donald Trump, I want to go to him and his reaction, of course, to the whole server scandal with Hillary Clinton. He made the point that Lord knows who the heck has got access to this stuff, given who Hillary's aide was and who he's married to. And this is a guy who tells it like he is, not mincing words. Donald Trump.
Uma is getting classified secrets. She's married to Anthony Weiner, who's a perv.
Anthony Weiner says Donald Trump is a perv, and the guy's got access to his wife's email because she's working for Hillary Clinton. Leslie, Donald Trump, we talk about genuine and people wanting the anti-politician. Is he part of that?
He's definitely part of the anti-politician. I think he also needs to look in the mirror. This is a guy who impregnated a woman who he's married to one. Now he's married to the third. I don't think he should be mocking and criticizing anybody's marriage. I think it's horrific to actually mock anybody's marriage, whether they're the candidate or work for the candidate. And quite frankly, this is just not respectful. I mean, whether this person's a Democrat or Republican, a male or a female, is this what we want as our commander-in-chief? Is this what we want the world to look at America as being? Calling somebody who's a staffer for an opponent's husband a perv?
Well,
this is not a reality show. This is a disgrace on our political process.
And people like that, sort of authenticity, if you would, Adam, of a candidate who is willing to say anything at any time, completely unpredictable. But overall, do you worry about his effect on the Republican Party?
I don't. First of all, polls are showing, Trish, that right now, no. But can I make a point which I think is lost in all this about Donald Trump? Because everyone's kind of down on everybody right now. If you look at the Iowa poll and you see that, even Republicans are down on their own members of Congress, what is happening here underneath it all is the audience has changed. The audience in America has changed. I think they're willing to look at things differently and hear things differently and accept things differently than they have in past campaigns. And maybe that's the magic of what's happening with Donald Trump and with all the outsiders, which of course includes Ben Carson and Carly Fiorina.
Well, you mentioned Ben Carson. He's actually now tied with Donald Trump. There's a new poll that just came out today. You can see he's at 23% alongside Donald Trump, and Carly Fiorina has now climbed to 10%. The establishment there, they're all second tier. Walker, Bush, all falling to 7% and 5%. I wonder, Adam, whether, in fact, people have just gotten so fed up with the sort of politically correct environment that Barack Obama created and perpetuated, and if what you're seeing now in response is actually a response to that, with the likes of Bernie Sanders doing well and Donald Trump doing well.
There's no other explanation for it, Trish. In fact, as you probably know, since 2006, there are almost 10 years, there have been thousands of polls measuring whether people feel we're moving in the right direction or wrong direction. Only 7 times in the 10 years, in the thousands of polls, have Americans felt good about themselves enough to say, we're moving forward well. That's what Donald Trump is tapping into. I think that's what Americans are feeling, and I think that's why they're starting to look at politics and what they're expecting out of their leaders in a whole different prism.
Yeah, and it's hurting Hillary. Anyway, again, I just want to remind everyone we are waiting on those emails to be released from the State Department. We have learned that 150 of those emails that were found on Hillary Clinton's server, they contain classified information. I want to thank Adam and Leslie for all their perspective.